Steve and Eric, they had dreams. They were good athletes. They loved the outdoors, they loved the ocean, and they were smart. They were just on a good path. They were following their natural high. They were really enjoying life, and they got sidetracked. They listened to some friends that turned out not to be very good friends, and they got them into drugs. We came from having a normal family to just being out of control. You know, I didn't see them very much. They wouldn't come home for dinner. It was just all of a sudden the three musketeers we used to call ourselves wasn't the same. To see both my brothers addicted on drugs was just heavy. I remember seeing Steve when he came home, and he just looked like a ghost. He was a big boy, 200 pounds, 6'3", and to see him at 83 pounds, you know, it was like slowly watching my brother die.
I remember running up my grandma's driveway to see him, and he would always be coming up from the garage, and he would greet me with a big hug, and I just remember how much I loved him.
I remember sitting down with Steven and telling him if he didn't stop, he was going to die. I thought I was getting through to him at the time, and 6 months later he was gone. I got a call in the middle of the night by a sheriff, and they asked if I was John Sutton. I said, yeah. And they said, is your brother Steven? And I said, yeah. And they said, well, your brother Steven just died in our jail cell. Eric started smoking pot, which is a gateway drug, and it's just not good for you, and it led to worse drugs. Just messed with his mind, and he ended up getting a full-blown depression and couldn't think straight. And Eric spent 8 years in a mental institution, and for several years I always thought I might get a call, and one day we did, and my mom called me and she said she thinks that Eric jumped off the bridge, and a short time later I found out that he did. You know, drugs robbed him of all of that. It's because of a choice they made, and they just made a really bad choice.
So that was your motivation to start this foundation?
Yeah, the reason I started this video is I want kids to understand that they have a choice, and a natural high is a much better choice than drugs. It's not even a close comparison, and every kid, every young person has a natural high.